remark is going to be brief. We at the library are delighted that we were chosen to be part of this project. We understand that this project arose because there are Madison citizens who elected to participate in the clean energy program enough that Madison was awarded money to do a project like this. Several sites were looked at. The library was chosen because I think not only of our south-facing roof and our angles of our roof and so forth, but also that we are right in the middle of town, so it's an educational opportunity for everybody. It saves money for the library, and because the lion's share of the library support comes from the town of Madison, thank you, Fillmore, the taxpayers of Madison gain. So I don't know how many wins we have there. I could count about 5 or 6. So it's win, 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 win all the way around. And people are learning about green energy and sustainable energy, and it's a wonderful thing because this is 2011 and we have to think this way. So I'm delighted to have the library be a place to put these wonderful solar panels so that they can be put to good use and people can learn.
You know, they say it takes a village to make great things like this happen, but it really is mandatory that there be strong leadership from the municipal government. So I'd like to invite our next speaker, Fillmore McPherson, the first selectman of the town, and thank you for your leadership in supporting this initiative.
Ted, I'm glad you had a brief remarks because that leaves me more time for the prepared speech that I have. So thank you all very much. Just kidding. You mentioned several wins. I'm going to speak to 2 of the wins, which come immediately to mind. And the win number 1 is the citizens of Madison, either as taxpayers or as private donors to the library, are better off because we're getting some free energy. I'm just looking at the gauge over there, and it said, when I last looked at it, it was 1,800 kilowatts. That's probably enough generation to power the lights on this first floor here, just taking a very quick look. So, so that's coming free from the sky and not from the pockets of our citizens and donors. So that's win number 1. Win number 2 comes because we are all citizens of the world. And to the extent that these lights are being powered by the sun and not by some generating plant kicking out CO2, et cetera, everybody in the world benefits. So everybody in the world is now in the debt of the Scranton Memorial Library. So those are the 2 wins I can think of. And again, I'm very pleased and proud to have this project in our town. Thank you. So let me introduce fellow selectman, Bill Gladstone, who has served admirably over the years as the liaison from the town to the Energy Commission. So, Bill.
Thank you, Fillmore. Thanks also to the library staff and board for hosting us here this morning, and to the rest of the crowd here. I have just a few remarks I'd like to offer in addition to those so far. First, just to thank the Madison Ad Hoc Energy Committee, the chairman, the former chairman, Dean Plummer, and all the members whose efforts made this all possible, and whose efforts have also helped us to establish a regional energy committee and put together a whole series of programs to help create a more sustainable and livable planet and future for us. I'd also like to mention that there's now a permanent energy and efficiency committee in town that met for the first time yesterday evening, and some members on hand here this morning. And among the things discussed there were some new initiatives, a degree of excitement over some recently passed energy legislation, and the opportunity for further municipal participation in energy future. And thank you.
Thank you. We've been talking about the many wins associated with this solar PV system, and one win that hasn't been mentioned yet is the opportunity to create green jobs here in Connecticut. The Clean Energy Fund is proud to have played a part in developing those jobs. We now have a thriving solar PV industry as well as many other technologies Our next speaker happens to be a very local installer.
Hi, my name is Kapil Luthra. I'm with BeFree Solar, and we are really proud to have worked on this project, and we want to thank Bob Wall, the Connecticut Clean Energy Funds, and a special thanks to Phyllis here at the library. She has been very, very kind and helpful throughout this entire process and made our job really easy. A few things about this system. First of all, this is a 16-panel system using the latest inverter technology. So there are microinverters behind every single panel. And the benefit of that is, if you look at this monitoring system right here, you can see individually what every single panel is doing. And throughout the year, we have seasons here in Connecticut, and different times of the year, there could be snow on the panels, there could be cloudy weather, or even shadows from some of the chimneys that are up there. And that will not affect the entire system output. It will only affect one individual panel. And one of the reasons we chose this system is because this is a library, and we hope that all of the young kids and even adults who come here can log on to the library's website, click on the monitoring system, and learn and actually visualize how electricity is produced. It's very, very interesting to see what happens throughout the day. And it's a great learning tool. We really wish a lot of the residents of Madison can feel free to contact us. We're here to help and educate everyone about the technology and how it works. It's new for many people, but solar is a very, very mainstream product now, and most homes and buildings can offset most of their fossil fuel use with the installation of solar panels. So we're proud of the work we did here, and we look forward to having many, many more installations here in Madison. Thank you.
Introduction, because I am that speaker. And, as I turned on to Route 1 off the highway, it really brought back a flood of memories. I grew up here in Connecticut, but spent every summer of my life in Westbrook, as I was telling Marietta, just a few exits up the road. One of my fondest memories of summertime was going to the parades that often featured pipe and drum corps, and I remember the flags, and it was such an amazing patriotic feeling for a young boy. And when I finally approached the library and saw the solar PV system here, it gave me a very different sense of patriotism. I thought about the many efforts that led to this installation, starting with meetings with the selectmen and your team and the staff of the facilities. Actually, it was your predecessor's team, I believe, was spanned multiple administrations. But also the hard work of the citizens on the Energy Task Force, which is now morphed into an Energy and Efficiency Task Force. So this really has been a strong collective effort by this community, and it's very patriotic. You have voted for change, and it's very sensible change. As we've heard, it's going to be saving the town a lot of money. It's going to be protecting the environment, which protects our beautiful Long Island Sound from the ravages of the harm caused by conventional fossil fuel-based energy. So all of that is a great thing.
Everybody good? Ready? All right, you guys want to count to 3 and 4? 1, 2,